Welcome back to Ray's Garage. I'm Ray Canilia. Today is Saturday, August 26th. It's going to be about 105 today, man. In today's video, we are going to prepare, coat, and seal the new shop's garage floor using my method. It's a method I've used in the past and have been very successful with. I will take you through the whole process step by step. So sit back and hope you enjoy. These are the items I'm going to be using to do the floor. This thing, you guys, I want to talk about a little bit. This is an Ego battery operated blower. I bought at Home Depot. If you notice during the whole construction project, the shop was pretty clean, and it was thanks to this guy. I highly recommend having one of these things. It is super handy. It's 56 volts. It's got turbo, which increases the CFM when you use it. But anyway, this thing's been a godsend, man. So anyway, we're going to use this to prep the floor and to help dry it. Okay, we need to skip step one since it is a brand new floor. But if you're starting from an older floor, I would recommend using Simple Green or Dawn dish soap or something like that to scrub that floor clean. You want to strip it of all oils and grease and grunge. We don't have to do that because it's a brand new slab. This slab's about 3 months old now, I believe. So we should have no problem sealing it, and we shouldn't have any moisture coming up through it. As you saw in the previous video of the concrete, there was a moisture barrier placed under the slab. So basically, since we're skipping step one, basically all I've done so far is sweep it out and then blow it out with the blower. So that would be step two. And step three is we're going to hose it out. So that way we're going to get any dust or dirt. We're going to get it out of the expansion joints and the cracks. So get it clean. Clean is good. The cleaner you can get it, the better. The better your chemicals will soak into the pores of the concrete. Now, my method is not a coating. It's not an epoxy coating. It is a concrete sealer and a high performance floor wax. Okay. The reason I use this process is because it can be repaired, it can be redone, it can be refinished, and it can be touched up. So that's why I like it. It's no means permanent, but it lasts a long time. And as you saw in some of my earlier videos of the old house, that floor was in great shape. And I did that floor 10 years ago. So I think I redid it one time in the 10 years. So basically, you see a low speed floor polisher here. I rented this from the Janitorial, Clovis Janitorial, a local place here. And the reason I'm using this is after I hose it out, excuse me, I am going to, while the floor is wet and I'm going to keep it wet, I'm going to basically polish it with a green Scotch-Brite pad, okay? And that's a pad that just goes right on your floor polisher. And what that does is that helps strip clean any other debris, any high spots. It'll just knock them down. And basically you will see in this process, I don't know if I can capture it, but it'll create a real fine slurry, which is basically smoothing that floor out and opening up the pores a little bit. My floor was a trowel finish, which is a pretty slick finish. They call it a slick finish or smooth finish, but it was done with a hand trowel. So this is going to add to that and make it even smoother. So the next step we're going to be doing, since I already swept it and blew it out, I'm going to start hosing it down. Philip Monday's on his way to give me a hand. So the next step you're going to see is us hosing it down, and we're going to start polishing the floor with the low speed buffer. as you can see, that green Scotch-Brite pad on the low-speed polisher is creating a fine slurry. Basically what that's doing is taking off the very top layer of cream of the concrete and making a super slick surface. We'll be doing this entire floor once or twice. So we're going to make 2 passes across each. We're going to basically go across 2 times. And you can see that slurry coming up from that pad. So my job, I need to start rinsing that out, keep that slurry from hardening up on the floor, because it'll harden just like concrete if it dried up.
I'm going to run my water.
Here's a finished block here, and you can see that it's like a dull chalkboard finish, but if you rub your hand across it, it's smooth as glass, man. So basically what that Scotch-Brite pad's doing is creating a slurry and using that slurry as a lapping compound. And it's doing exactly what I planned on it doing, and it's turning out fantastic. So the concrete sealer will take real nice to this finish.
What are you doing, Ray?
Final rinse. Okay, so far, we swept it out, blew it out, hosed it out, and the next step was we got the floor polisher with the green Scotch-Brite pad, and we went over the entire floor 2 times. Well, Phil went over the entire floor 2 times. I don't know if you can see the texture of the floor, but it's got a dull, smooth chalkboard look, as though you would have block sanded a car. So now we have to get it super dry. We're gonna blow out all the seams, corners, expansion joints, get it super dry, and then we'll be ready for the first coat of DuraSeal. And when we get to that point, I'll show you the product. So now we're doing a little wet mop, just one quick run around the whole floor to pick up any loose dust or dirt. Basically just a damp cloth on the squeegee. So we're going to hit the whole floor with that and let that dry, and then we'll be ready for the DuraCoat or DuraSeal, whatever shit's called. Yeah, DuraSeal. While Phil's back there dust mopping the floor, the product I use and have used in the past, it's called DuraSeal. It's a concrete sealer, and it's recommended 2 coats. So of course, we're gonna put 3, just to be safe. 3 because it's brand new concrete and it might soak this first coat up, you know, right into the pores of the concrete. I get this at the local janitorial store, Clovis Janitorial. And this is the product, and I like it, and you'll see how easy it is to use. Okay, we're applying the first coat of DuraSeal. Real easy, man. Just take the product, pour it out on the floor, and my trusty assistant here will spread it out evenly. It's got like a consistency of milk with a blue tint to it. And basically, we just spread it out even. Right now, it's filling in the pores. That is a lamb's wool applicator that we're using. So it makes a nice even coat, almost like a paintbrush would leave. Yeah, since it's so warm here today, it's going to dry to the touch in 15 to 20 minutes. I'm surprised. The floor's not very porous, and it's got a nice sheen to it right now. Where the last garage I did at the other house, the first coat just pretty much disappeared. This one must have a little tighter pores in the concrete.
We used high strength.
Yeah, this is high strength, 6.5 sack, 3,000 PSI concrete, and again, a 6-inch slab.
Fully rebar reinforced attention. Yeah. Before you get past this expansion joint, you gotta do over here.
Okay. Look at Phil go. Okay, I know you guys can see that sheen on the first coat, but wait till you see the second coat. It's just gonna come to life. First coat done. It's been about an hour, so we're gonna give it another coat, and I think 2 coats is actually gonna do it. It's looking real good, glassy finish. Second coat going on smooth as glass, man. Again, this is the DuraSeal, the second coat. And the second coat, the material is going a lot further, of course, because it's not soaking into the pores of the concrete. Second coat of DuraSeal completed, and man, it looks good. It's like glass, man. So we'll wait about an hour, and then we'll apply the next step. Okay, the second coat of DuraSeal has been applied and dried, so we wait another hour. Now the final coat, final several coats, is now called Show Off. This is a floor wax, a super high gloss, and it's not a slippery finish, so Show Off 2. Now this product, once it's applied, you could burnish the floor or use a low-speed buffer on it. I choose not to do that because I want a little bit of a texture. So it's going to leave a nice glossy finish with a little bit of a texture on it. So Phil just did this little sector here with the first coat of Show Off. Show Off floor wax. Okay, second coat of Show Off 2 floor wax applied. Looking like glass, man. 15 minutes dry time, and I think we'll put like one more coat. Let's take a little sweep around. It's really hard to tell, but I mean, the floor looks immaculate. Super smooth, super glossy, and it's not slippery. That's what's important. Okay, this is after 2 coats of the wax. It's kind of blown out from the light coming in from the door, but you can probably get a little taste of how smooth and shiny it is. And this is being shot from the restroom out. It's gonna blow out here, but I'll try to capture it. This is probably the last time this floor is gonna look this good. The floor is done. We got 4 coats of wax on a sealed floor. And it looks like an ice skating rink, man. Finally, time to move in. Okay guys, this will conclude the floor polishing, sealing, and wax coating. And the next set of videos will be us moving our stuff in. I am very happy with the results here. That's the reflection of the LED lights from the ceiling off the floor. I'm sure these images aren't doing this any justice at all, but you know, special thanks to Philip Monday for helping me from 8 o'clock this morning till now. It's about 7 p.m. and man, it looks good. It looks so good, I'm not even sure if I want to walk on it. Here's some clips of the side entry. That's the restroom back there, and that's the back corner. Well guys, hope you enjoyed. I appreciate your comments, suggestions, and if anyone needs any information on how this was done, I'd be happy to let you know, man. This floor will last many years. Easy cleanup, mop once in a while, and like I said before, if I have to repair a small area, it'll blend right in. Until now, see you next time.